dig any deeper now. I gave you all I own, put you on this golden throne, but I'm a little stronger now. You cashed in on my promises, you know I'm too generous. Now I've learned to never help you out, 'cause I'm done cleaning up your mess. Found myself in my regrets. I've become a little stronger now, a little stronger now. You cashed in on my promises, you know I'm too generous. Now I've learned to never help you out, 'cause I'm done cleaning up your mess. Found myself in my regrets. I've become a little stronger now, a little stronger now, a little stronger now, a little stronger now, a little stronger now. You cashed in on my promises, you know I'm too generous. Now I've learned to never help you out, 'cause I'm done cleaning up your mess. Found myself in my regrets. I've become a little stronger now, a little stronger now.
This is the future. Evolution. This is the future. Evolution.
It's going into the point. The one that moves down there is what's doing it.
Well, there it is. The music ended early. Hello, everybody.
Hey. I could hear
Hey.
Paul talking.
Yeah, I was trying to mute his mic.
Wow, how did that? That's unusual. Already at a creepy place, creepy things to start the show.
Right? That's it.
So
So
we're
hi, everybody.
yes. Go ahead. Yes. Hello, everybody. A little different version of late night. We got a little investigation going on in Missouri at the what is this called? The Arcadia Valley Academy.
Arcadia Academy, yep.
Very
And
good.
it's in Ironton, Missouri, and it's about, I don't know, an hour south of St. Louis.
Mhm.
And we were invited. It was a private event, and two of the guys that are coming to our conference, Frankie and Dan, bringing the haunted car. This is their event, and they invited certain teams to come out and investigate this place. And so here we are tonight. And there's we were told there's over 100,000 square foot of buildings to investigate.
So this is a pretty expansive place, eh? I mean,
Yeah.
like I showed on the thumbnail, it's a pretty big. It's a pretty big haunted area, hey?
It is.
Several buildings too.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Many, and you guys are in one of the buildings. And really briefly, everybody, if you're just coming on in, we're gonna be doing a little. They're gonna be doing a little ghost on. Paul's got some equipment in the background, And we're going to have who's going to be wearing the God's helmet a little bit later in the show. We've got somebody.
So we have our friend Terry from After Dark Paranormal. She's the one that's actually going to be doing the ghost hunt for our conference. Her team is. So yeah, she has a God's helmet and she's going to wear it for us. And she's down there with Paul. And are you guys in the basement? Where are you at?
We are on the main level of this building. You're upstairs right now. We're just a floor below you. We can't figure out how to get in the basement yet. So there is a basement in this building, and we haven't figured it out yet.
Yeah. Maybe the spirits of the building don't want you to get in there.
Maybe they don't.
There is outside. You know those old storm cellars that the big doors open. I found those, but I can't get them open, and I didn't want to force it too much. So
yeah, they said we're allowed to go in the basement. We just can't figure out how to get there. So, but the building we are actually in is full of history. There was a battle here of the Civil War. It was Pilot Knob, and was fought right here in this town and right here on these grounds. And we are in the building right now where was a hospital, the Civil War hospital. Yes, and the fort was blown up, as Aaron just said. And so, and then after that, it became the priest house. So this used to be a college. It was a Catholic college, and after all of that. So anyway, it's got a lot of history, a lot of cool history to it.
So I guess there were some battles performed over there, probably
right here on the grounds. It's definitely bloody grounds we're on.
So what traditionally has been some of the hauntings in the past that's been come across? Is this your first time here, or have you been here before?
Oh, I was here years ago, but it wasn't per se a ghost hunt. I was with my team, and we just kind of came from another event down here just to check it out. So also, I just seen Head Trip. He says the Trail of Tears, and it is just right here.
Yeah.
Also, so but it's an amazing place. This place actually sat empty for 20 years until the current owner, I think, picked it up, and they have put a lot of work and time in here. I mean, this room we're sitting in now is absolutely beautiful, and I'll actually move my camera around and I'll kind of give you guys, let you see where, there's a couch, living room area over there. There's a bathroom. There's Aaron. There's a little kitchen. I'm on my phone, so this is awkward. But yeah, so anyway, they put a lot of money and I think sweat equity in this place.
So I think they turned at least this building into a bed and breakfast.
Yeah.
The rooms upstairs are just huge to stay in. So it's pretty cool. Really cool here.
And Brandi is actually here with us. However, she's working this event. So she's here, but not here.
So right now, are there other people there, like going on a tour, or like we're going to do in our conference? I hear some reverberation.
Yeah, I do too.
You, Krista, you probably can't help that though, being in this location.
Is it my side?
I'm pretty sure it is. Yeah, but it's not a big deal. Don't worry about it. I mean, you are,
Yeah, and I don't have my laptop with me.
Yeah, it's all right.
Yeah.
Just letting the people out there in chat know, because we're, on the location far away.
Yeah.
At least from Michigan and Texas.
Hey, give a shout out to Sir Brian Bowden. He's in our chat tonight.
I just did. I'm rolling. I'm scrolling through the chat as we talk about this. So so you guys have been there for how many days? Have you guys come across anything crazy? Go ahead.
Brandi was here last night. The rest of us all came today. However, so Kathy and Aaron, I had told me that they were going to go to the gym. So Paul and I went to go over there to look for them. And there's a set of 3 windows. And in the middle window, we could see people in there. I'm like, oh, there they are. And so we went in there, and we walked down the stairs, and our friend Terry and Jolene was there. Kathy and Aaron, nobody was on that floor where we've seen the shadow of the people, which was kind of, and that just happened, about an hour ago or so, Paul?
About an hour ago, yeah. There was definitely flashlights or something going on over there.
Yeah, you could see figures moving.
Yeah.
And nobody else was in the building except for Terry and Jolene, and they were downstairs. They weren't on that floor. So that was kind of cool. So far, that's been my only weirdness. A little bit of
So
weirdness.
there's in that gym, there was a bathroom in there. We'll probably go back there a little later on tonight where somebody unalived themselves. So we're going to go back in there. They said that they heard some knocking in that room earlier, but we kind of debunked it as it was windy and the door was rattling. So
Yep.
Maybe we'll get something in there too. So.
Yep. It's really cool though, because this building here, actually Brandi sent us all over here to do this show because we are the only ones here. It's quiet and we have the whole place to ourselves. So
Brian Bowden, Sir Brian says it's 11:11 on the clock.
Sure is. Your time.
That's our time.
That's
You guys are an hour behind. You guys are an hour behind, I do believe, right?
Yep.
10, 11
Yep.
here.
Brandi. So yeah.
So Paul, in the room you're at, do you have any equipment set up? So if there's anything during this little show we got going on here, you got anything? What do you got set up over where you're at?
I do have a K2 meter down right here. Here, let me see if I can get this to go down there. Hang on one second here.
Now, for everybody coming into the chat room, I don't know if you're listening somewhere. Now, of course, on a ghost investigation, we can't, whatever happens. Nothing may happen, something may happen. But I'm looking forward to a little bit later when we do that helmet deal.
Yeah,
That's creepy, crazy stuff. I probably will do it though one day. You guys will have to, coach.
Well, you're going to be, you guys are all going to be here to actually see it in live, so in September. They'll have it with you.
Speaking of the conference, Sir Brian Bowden in the house. He'll be a speaker at our conference. We got a lot of great people coming to that conference. Speakers off the top of my head. Do you know who they are, Krista?
Oh, sure. Put me on the spot.
Come
on, Monica. Let's help here.
I have, it's all in my memory. But while we're waiting for a little activity, I'm going to just go ahead and pull that up right quick. I can do it. I didn't mean that. I
don't want to miss anybody.
I was kidding with you, I just got to ream through
There's
all
so many, it's hard to keep track of.
There's so many, absolutely. September 19th and 20th, the Crossing Realms Conference, the Eagleton Civic Center. This is it's paranormal UFOs and cryptids. And of course, I can't read the rest. Do I have to put on my cheater to really look older? Yeah, please go ahead.
Okay, so we have Josh Hurd, Heather Mosier, William Lunsford, Lady Ann Celine, Ron Murphy, Dr. Dean Bertram, Greg Ogles, Breaky Camballata, Dan Klein, which are in the other building, both of them, Sir Brian Bowden, and Miguel Ramirez. And then we have special guests, Ken Gerhard, Dana Stricker, Brent Thomas, Ryan Edwards, Mike Vermillion, Chris Garitano, Linda Eastburn, and our buddy David Glidden.
And of course, all of us will also be there. And as I was telling people that the ghost hunt sold out like right around Christmas time.
Yeah,
I mean, literally,
Yeah, we just actually over the building talking to them about that, like how quick the ghost hunt sold out. So yeah, it's pretty cool, really pretty cool. So,
and what's cool is a lot of the speakers are going to stay over for that. It's not like they're going to do their spiel and go home. So that's why I like that everybody's going to come together and hang out with us for a couple of days. We'll all be there on Thursday for those who want to, kick it with us somewhere. And then we're having the meet and greet on Friday, correct?
Correct.
Yes.
Awesome.
Yeah, and we got to find Monica something to eat besides pizza.
I'll survive somehow, I'm sure.
Monica's a trooper. Monica probably likes Mexican pizza.
Yeah, from Taco Bell.
They don't make that anymore, do they, Monica?
Yeah, they do.
They do. They come back with it on the menu.
Yeah, that's the one thing I will eat from Taco Bell, the vegetarian one.
But you like authentic Mexican.
Yeah.
Of course. Okay.
I just made some tonight.
There you
You
go.
know, I have Mexican food twice a week. Out of a 7-day week, I eat Mexican at least twice. In fact, I made tacos today. Yeah, that's what I did.
There you go.
Tacos last night.
They were yummy.
Were they street tacos? Were they authentic street tacos?
I make them street taco version. I even wrap them in the wrap, even
with
from
the
my
little
home.
corn tortilla with the
I
cilantro and onions.
I do it all. I do it the correct way. I do
All
it,
right.
authentic style. I don't do it the Americanized way. Okay.
Very cool. Are you sitting with Terry, Paul?
No, she's in the other room right now. You mean to grab her?
Whenever like she's ready to do the,
All right.
the helmet.
Be right back.
What's the vibe down? Oh, I was going to ask him what the vibe is down there because it's pretty like peaceful and calm right where I'm sitting.
It's not as creepy as it was earlier.
Yeah.
But in this room over here on my left, I've heard a few knocks over there. And my K2 meter's been going into the orange a little bit, so there might be something going on over there.
You guys might be aware of this since you've been there now. You got there this afternoon or this morning or yesterday?
Tonight.
Tonight.
We came from dinner, so we got here about 6:30 or so.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Now, Mr. Bowden, Sir Brian Bowden, just made mention that you guys need to go to the church to access the basement. It's towards the back.
Unfortunately, we're not allowed in the church. There's some places here.
It's also a different building too.
Yeah, it's a different building.
Yeah.
You guys going to be there till when? I mean, today's Saturday.
So whenever we feel like leaving tonight.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're going to be there pretty much all night.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
I'm gonna grab Terry.
Yep.
Where's he doing? Something going on?
He said he's going to grab Terry. So I guess we're going to do the God's helmet.
Okay, so everybody, thank you for coming on in. This is kind of a different stream. We're going live from a haunted location in Missouri. Don't know what to expect. And this is a little bit different because you guys don't have access to do the walking around. So you're kind of more stationary for the show. Like we've done in the past, where you guys would walk around, but now Brandi's working, so she can't. Because typically Brandi is the one boots on the ground. I hate using that term, to be honest, but she's not the one walking around while we're doing the shows. But this would be fantastic, and I tell you what, every time I'm just thinking about the God's helmet, and I'm getting chills right now just thinking about it.
So basically, what you guys are going to see, you guys will see flashing light, just kind of flashing. And she'll be going into a meditative state. And then whatever she sees, she's going to say. We've had everything from Greg Ogles did it at the Ray County Museum, and he's seen aliens. And he's not the first person to see alien through that God's helmet. It's weird. So you never know.
Why do you think that is? Do you think aliens are associated with spirits then? Or this ghost God's helmet can pick up anything?
I don't know. That I don't know. Kevin says this place was converted to a Civil War hospital during the war. Actually, Kevin, we are in the Civil War hospital in the building. That's where we are at right now.
Oh wow.
Okay, she's got the helmet on now.
So you see her doing it there.
Well, what we're going to do, if she's ready to roll, I'm going to everybody kick back.
So mute me for sure.
Mute you. Yeah, I'm definitely.
Whatever she sees, she'll say out loud. So we just want to listen to what she says.
Okay, so
also, real quick,
go
Paul, you tap her out at 15 minutes, Paul.
Okay, let me know. Okay.
So I'm going to. How do I mute you?
I can mute myself. I'll mute myself.
Yeah, I figured it out. Anyways, Monica laughs at me. You always laugh at me. Here we go.
Smile.
I know. I like to pull your leg. Here we go. Oh, how do I do her bigger? I want to get her over. How do I put her as the focal person? Hang on. Don't want to do that. There we go.
All right.
But now we're out of it. It don't matter. She's going into a meditative state, everybody.
Yeah. And the last time we did this, when we were at Ray County, she was seeing through walls and stuff too.
What did I just do again? Oh yeah. Oh God, I don't want to do that.
Do I need
Well-
to turn it in again?
I can't see what you're saying.
Okay, so go to the big screen, and then you can slide her over to the main one.
The
Now
big
slide her
screen.
over. Yeah.
Show all of us.
Yeah, I'm trying to show everybody on the side, and then put her
We can't
on.
see it. We can't see her.
I don't know what the hell I'm doing here.
I can't do
Hang
it from my phone. I could do it from my computer.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I think I can do it like this. She
Slide
won't
her
let,
over.
Now,
it won't
Drag
let me
her over.
slide her. Okay, there
It
we
won't-
go.
There you go. Yeah. I was saying you can drag her over.
Gotcha. Okay, cool.
Mhm.
Everybody be patient.
Hmm.
Everybody be patient.
seen anything, Terry?
There's a lot.
So she's just saying that there's a lot of people in this room, and right now it's just me and her.
When I open my eyes, I can't see them, but there's like a lady standing right behind you about 5 feet.
Okay.
Like, I'd say early 1900s.
Wow.
And there's
So-
like 2 or 3 standing down them steps. Like watching us.
Okay. So she's pointing over here to her left, saying that there's 2 or 3 people watching from down there, and consequently, the K2 meter is pegging all the way to the right, all the way to the red.
And the K2 up here in this room was also beeping.
Okay. So the furnace just kicked on too, so you might hear that down here.
The lady behind you kind of like has a bonnet on and then dressed with like an apron. Those 3 that are down there are like young kids.
So there's 3 kids down to my right, her left.
So Terry, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Can you tell like if the bonnet is like a medical?
No, it's like just a white bonnet with the little ties around it, with a little puffy.
Can you tell what color?
It's white.
White
White.
bonnet.
She's in white. The whole outfit's white. But she has like an apron on. And there's a man peeking around that door, like back there where the bathrooms are at. So like behind us.
Just kind of checking us out, making sure we're okay.
Yeah.
Somebody wants to walk up here. There's no negative vibes down here at all. Are the kids still over here?
There's a man. I see a man with like a cap on, and he just chased all the children away. He came out of that room that's down there, come out of that doorway like.
Okay.
And I didn't see where they went, but they're gone, and he's down at that room.
So there's a man standing right, like 6 feet in front of this.
He's got like a scruffy, not beard, but scruffy hair, and a big belly. He just looks kind of scruffy.
There's the K2 going off too.
I think he's trying to figure out what we're doing.
So this room up here, just an FYI, kind of got ominous, I guess is a word, like something came in here. Aaron and I are watching this stuff over here, but it's kind of wonky feeling in here right now too.
Really? Somebody's down here making noise. Oops.
I think those kids went back in that room because they're gone, but he's still down there.
He's still standing in the same
She's
spot?
still back there.
So we're right by a road too, so you might have heard a car go by.
Well, Brian said that he'd come on. You know, it'd be interesting to hear what Brian has to say.
Yeah, I'm sending him the link. He can provide some commentary when
yeah,
we're all done here. Yeah, I'm going to send him the link. Brian, I'm sending Brian to your messenger.
So, Kevin, have you ever been here? It's a cool building. Cool building.
Is the guy on the steps doing anything right now?
He's just standing there looking at us. They still right at the bottom of those steps.
I'm waving at him.
I think he's just trying to figure out what we're doing. The lady's gone now that's behind me. I don't see anybody back there anymore.
Okay.
So we have a K2 going off up here. I'm going to see if I can go over there. If you see it over there on the couch, can you guys see it?
I can't.
Okay, well, it really is going off.
So I'm pointing the camera right to where this guy's standing on the steps. I can't see chat, so if any of our medium friends out there can see anything.
He's really not doing nothing. He's just like standing there watching us.
Thought we put on a good show.
How old does he look, Terry?
He's older, like probably in his early mid 60s. Kind of
Could he be?
looking like a scruffy beard, and
Does he look like a doctor or a soldier, possibly, or a priest?
No.
No.
Make sure you're subscribed to BMR's channel, dude.
Thank you. I take all sorts of plugs along the way.
Somebody just walked across and went from the bathroom that way. I mean,
Out into the hall
out into that room.
where the girls are.
Mhm. It's almost like I don't see it, but the feeling I get is like hustle and bustle. There's like multiple people and they're either working or they're just busy, like going back and forth. But nobody's stopping, like everybody's ignoring us.
Except this guy
Except
over
for
here.
this guy right here.
I wonder what would happen if I try and walk that way. Can I come down those steps? Did he do anything?
He's laughing. He's laughing.
I guess that's a no.
He's just got like one hand on his hip and he's just standing there laughing.
So
we have a lot of people. We have a lot of people in the chat room who seem to be really vibing with this screaming Jen. Hi, he looks like you're new. Is his name William Clark, or just came to her mind or his mind? I'm sorry.
Paul, can you ask if his name is William Clark?
Is your name William Clark? Did he do anything, Terry?
No, he's just looking at me.
Also, Diane asked if they like us being here.
Do you like us being here? Does this bother you?
He's just, I think they're just curious of what we're doing.
We're just observing. We mean no harm.
But it's like that room out there, I can't see anything specific, but it's just like, I get the feeling of hustle and bustle, and there's just like shadow moving behind you. Like,
So a
it's
lot
like
of
coming from here and they're going that way, and then they'll come back and they stop and then they go back that way.
What's your name?
But I can't tell like how they're dressed. It's just like activity, but almost like a shadow figures moving back there.
So it's a shadow, Paul. Maybe it's a shadow type figure. Can she pick up in any of the clothing? I mean, if it's a shadow, I know it's tough to discern. Wearing an old Civil War hat or anything
I
that.
see none of that. It's just like they're moving. There's just like activity and figures moving.
Okay.
I can't really tell if they would be male or female.
Yeah, so the only clothing that she's described is the guy that's standing down here by the steps and the woman that was behind me.
Mhm.
Now the K2 is he coming up the steps or is somebody coming up the steps?
He's right at the bottom of them.
Where's Kathy and Jolene at? Are they down there with you guys?
They're behind us.
It's a definite strong energy back here.
Yeah.
All around.
So there's a gentleman standing right here down these steps.
He's not laughing, but he has a smirk on his face.
You have a priest in the room or a religious figure and they're not happy you're doing what you're doing.
Are you a priest? Did he say anything or do anything?
He just went and turned around. He went like that, and he turned around and he went back in that doorway. Like, I'm done with you. I'm done with you. But that activity is still back there. It's almost like they're running. They're like so busy, they're walking like really fast.
All throughout the room over there?
Just back and forth in that area behind you.
You guys feel anything back there?
It's very strong.
Okay, I'm going to turn the camera around and show you what's behind me.
And they're not paying any attention to us.
No.
But whatever they're doing, they're going on about their business.
So they're walking, so the bathroom is over there. And they're walking from the bathroom over to, yeah. And in this room here is like a seating area, like a common area for the bed and breakfast right now.
There is a bunch of women, well, females behind you going back and forth. Is they're actually working on something that it feels like they're taking care of wounded people.
Mm-hmm.
This will be the hospital.
That's why they don't have time to play your games. They're just doing their thing at that point where they are. So their back and forth is supplies checking on both ends. It almost seems like there's bodies almost in multiple places.
So for people who don't understand Brian, where he's coming up, Brian, if you really briefly could tell people how you come up, a little background briefly, so people could understand where you're coming up with this information.
I connect to it. It's kind of hard to describe. It's as if you watching a movie in your head, but you can see it, smell it, taste it, touch it.
Over here.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
there's still a person behind Paul, and they're looking into the camera, and they're just like, their eyes are wide, like, what is this magical piece of thing that he's using? They can't believe they see what's, somehow they're like, they're looking at something, and then they're looking at like her, and then they're looking back, and they're just like, what is this? They have no clue.
A magic
They're in
ball.
awe. Yeah. And behind her was a gentleman kind of wearing like it looked like a military type of press. I'm going to say a little bit more navy than, anything, or really a darker color. It looked more navy.
But
blue.
not really Civil War-ish.
No, but something like someone who would come in and, gentlemen that would wear that type of clothing in the back, very nicely pressed. And
behind
yeah.
Terry?
Yeah. I'm looking at her, so it's my right, her left.
The window right there.
Yeah, well, it may be a window now, but there may have been something else there.
Okay.
I've learned that a long time ago.
So has she been on there for 15 minutes, guys?
Yeah, I gave her the 15-minute warning.
Okay.
You need to come out?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
She's coming out.
The helmet works
for sure.
because there's an electromagnetic field that goes around you,
I'll ask
and
her.
it allows your consciousness to vibrate at a higher frequency. So you're actually traveling into a realm that higher beings will travel. That's why a lot of people see extraterrestrials, because they do travel these ways. And it is unnerving when you're not expecting to see an extraterrestrial, but it happens with hemi-syncing.
But that guy was right there.
Brian, you see anybody here now?
Yeah, the guy still to the where I said before. There is a darker figure right now, like a darker figure. I want to go like almost shadow-ish to the left of that area. I'm sorry if I look away. I'm just getting it, and I'm trying to focus in on the area, not the show. If you're looking at that picture of the building, the right side is where that at the end is the church. That's where the stairs are going to access to the basement. Funny, they tell you can't. There's other accesses, but it's a pain in the ass to get to. On the left-hand side, they were like rows. I see rows of bed and nurses, like kind of like that old weird hat type of thing they would wear. That's what it looked like. And they're checking beds, and I see a whole like rows and rows of beds at one point.
So that's
on the left side. So if the U is, if you're facing the building and you see the front facade, and you got the right wing going to the back on the right and the left on the left, it's on the left-hand side.
Okay. So this is the room that she said that people were going into in a hurry.
Yeah. So I don't know. I'm trying to,
Yeah.
I can't get a full floor plan of where you guys are right now. I just see it. I get to see little snippets. Like if you took video each time someone was there and something was happening, you threw it in a reel, it just keeps playing over and over again. That's how it comes up. It's not necessarily I'm seeing the entire floor plan of the place just yet. I'd have to really like sit there, close my eyes, and go into like, and find the nooks and crannies, but it's a little late. So, but yeah, there were people there, and I know that you have the window there, but yeah.
Is this okay? This is the room here.
So down here is where this guy was standing.
Was he by the doorway, like on the right?
He was standing right here on the steps.
Yeah. Then did he go into the doorway on the right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It looked like I felt like a religious person, a priest or something. Like, what are these people doing here? This is heretics or whatever. Wasn't too thrilled about it.
It does feel a little creepy in here.
Yeah, that's the I'm gonna wager that was a room for them to prep or their own private space, and you shouldn't have been up there type of thing way back when.
Probably not happy that I'm down here now.
Were they unhappy because they were tending to wounded, or was it something else?
On the religious person, it's more like, you're doing something that's against God type of thing, because they're very they're a priest and they're nasty. It's like, no offense to, we've all encountered some people, the religious figures that, wow, they're really like, they're not nice and they're more serious than anybody else. But I'm seeing multiple periods, multiple uses. I've never been to this place, so this is the first I've heard of it.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't research it while I was going. It's just what I'm picking up. When you said it was Civil War, I got that vibe long before you even said it.
There's a battle fought actually here. This is tainted ground.
Yeah, there were fights with indigenous around there too. They didn't treat them very nice either.
He did talk about that. The owner. That's about it.
Yeah. There were religious figures that would try to do some really hard perverting, like tying their hands up with a leather strap and, doing things to them that they, whipping them basically.
Gotcha.
Scaring the total hell out of them.
Right.
Yeah, this is an interesting building you guys are in right now.
Yeah, it is.
There's over 100,000 square feet of buildings here.
Yeah.
And we're in this one because nobody else is. Everybody else is on. So Brandi brought us over here and said, I'm here. So there's Brandi.
There's Carmen. There's Lauren. Everybody's here.
We
Wow.
just found a place that we need to explore.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, with a basement.
Really?
Yes.
Did they say how to get in the basement in this building?
No, it's over there.
Oh, it's over there. Okay. All right.
Yeah, but it's right around this corner.
Okay.
And see, Brian said that. Actually, Brian just said that.
Yep.
Yep, it's right around the corner. So we're gonna round up whoever wants to go. We're gonna go around the corner.
So that's some excellent validation for Sir Brian.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah. Wow. It's nice when you do get validated. So thank you.
I will say it's cold outside.
The wind is picking up.
The wind is picking up and it's really cold. I have 4 jackets on, 2 pairs of pants, a big old thick pair of socks. I got 2 hats on. And if it gets any worse, I got toe warmers. I have got body warmers. Got hand warmers. Don't forget the handkerchiefs.
So, Brandi, move your contact lenses. You can tell everybody what jacket you got. I got mine on too. There you go.
There it is.
There it is.
Shout out to the PRT. Look at that.
Go and check and see how everybody was doing. That's what we were doing here.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna drag everybody with me.
Hey, Brandi.
Yeah.
Hey, Brandi, really quick before you head off into another haunting expedition, anything you can share with everybody in chat and listening that you might have seen today, or anything, activity, no activity? We can't expect it to be activity every time we go. We understand that.
Well, the thing is, I was here last night.
Yeah, okay.
There was only 5 of us here last night, and within the first 20 minutes, I got disembodied voices caught on audio. So, I mean, it was really good from the beginning. It kind of like tapered off a little bit after the afternoon, but we were, there was only 5 of us. We were giggling and, maybe joking around too much last night. I don't know. We weren't really last night.
The only person that can giggle in a haunted location is Brandi. I mean, I would not be giggling.
I don't know. Yeah, we were all giggling. We were just making fun of everything. We were told to get out of a location where a lady who had supposedly, we don't know, but nothing is confirmed on my side yet, but she hung herself in a bathroom in the upstairs of an auditorium there, right off the auditorium. And Carmen last night was doing the Estes method, and she kept telling us, get out, get out, get out last night. So it wasn't a friendly thing in there. We saw
I was in that. Earlier, I was down there with Terry and Jolene, and I mean, it's kind of an ominous feeling, but I didn't feel anything negative in there at all.
No, I think it's just grumpy.
The music box was going off a lot too.
Yeah, the music box was going off a lot, and we did happen to see what we've been calling peepers. We saw this one shadow person twice peek out a door at us while we're looking straight at the door. There's a lot of shadow play where there shouldn't be shadows. It was just, it was a really good night. I mean, but we were just joking around too much. We were just having a lot of fun.
It seemed like we got more activity when we was all joking around and when we was having normal conversations with each other.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. So they wanted to join in the conversation more when we were kidding around. They wanted to be a part of it,
Like a normal conversation.
Normal conversation. So
We got that, hello, we were talking about a red light that we found.
yeah, we were hunting down a red light that we couldn't figure out at first. Well, we got to figure it out now, but as we were talking to each other, then it just kind of showed up, and then we're like, okay. Because I said, did anybody hear that? And it's like, no, I didn't hear it. And I was like, got my audio out, and I was like, look at me, here we go. Stuck my speaker right on it, and then you hear, I said something like, well, I don't know what that is. And then you hear, hi. Just right up off the bat, hi. And I was like, oh, Lord, hi.
And then that's when the music box went off.
And then, and so we've had a lot of interaction with the electronics and things like that. So we've had a lot of lights and sounds going off. This evening, I don't get to do that, but we're watching a lot of people having fun. So it's been a great night.
Yeah, Brandi's actually working this event, by the way. So,
Well, when the woman that unalived herself, was she pregnant and known to be pregnant? Because I'm getting the vibe that, and it's going to be a bastard child, by the way.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Okay.
We were trying to figure out her name last night. We got 3 names that came up last night, but we're not sure what her name exactly was. We got now Brian.
Something with an M?
No. One with an N.
Okay, I'm getting close, but yeah.
Right. There was Ophelia, Nancy, and Rose were the 3 names we came up with last night.
I would wager my money on the Nancy. I was getting in like an amp that I got the shape, and I couldn't get, I was thinking I originally was Mary or something and Nancy would hit it. Just saying. Okay. And when you go into the basement, guys, there's going to be a corner, kind of like an alcove-ish thing. You're going to start smelling. I want to say cigarette smoke, but you're going to smell like some kind of smoke, like people were smoking, like a pipe or tobacco. There'll be one in the corner in the basement.
We found it. We found it.
Okay. Yeah.
It's a little alcove under the stairs, and there's a chair that's sitting right back underneath the stairs, and we were talking about how that would be a good place to maybe do an EVP
Have
session.
a cigarette.
Yeah. Found it already. Yeah.
Okay.
Where we just come from.
Yeah. We just came from, that's what we're dragging everybody to in here in just a little bit.
Yep.
Cool.
The maintenance area.
Yeah, they called it the maintenance area because that's where they kept all the male maintenance men to keep them out of the female dormitory. So they wouldn't give the females at all.
There's also an area down in that basement that not nice things happen to some of those females.
Okay, I'll keep an eye out for that.
I think there was some whatever you want to call it.
I think it is. Yeah, it probably is. Well, there is a spot that's kind of out of the way. It's kind of like a small room, and when you walk in there, you get this feeling of something just not right. It's like something's, it's a weird type feeling. And we couldn't put a finger on it now. If they were going to take them anywhere, it has no windows, no nothing in that room, and that probably could be it.
And there was more than one man. They worked in three, at least three. One always stood outside the door. At least one of them was. One held, one did what they did, and then the other one was out the door, and they did a round robin.
Yeah, and that could actually be the perfect spot that you're talking about that we went into, because there's no windows, there's nothing, there's just a door in the room, and it's, of course, it's got the cement foundation. So if there was nobody in that particular building at the time, you wouldn't hear a thing.
No, I don't like this part of my program.
And that is because that's the priest area.
Yeah, that's where the priest lived in this particular building.
That priest, the woman may have killed herself because of that priest, and I'll leave it like that.
Yeah, feeling. That's the feeling we were getting. Absolutely. Or it's either the priest or one of the maintenance men. It's one of those two that I get the feeling that's what happened.
But you know what? The maintenance man could be the one that's protecting the priest and doing, what he has to do, and then, walks out.
Considering that the time that it happened in, the priest held a lot of power. So they could have been covering for him, I'm sure.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I get it.
Unfortunately, it's a different time frame because women weren't, and I'm sorry, ladies, but they were treated more like objects and property.
Yeah.
Not as respected as people are today.
Yeah.
Right.
So
they were more like seen, not heard type of thing.
Yeah.
Do as I say, do as I tell you.
Yeah, do as I tell you kind of atmosphere. Right.
And then you throw a couple of praise the Lords in there and he covers his bases. But yeah.
Yep, absolutely. But you're right, Brian, when you're talking about that feeling down the basement, because she took me right to it and I felt that, and I'm like, oh, that is kind of crazy. So absolutely. Yeah. I think you're on the right track with that.
Yeah, there also may be some children involved somehow, but I'm trying to, there's a couple of kids that are running around. One's a girl with pigtails. And it's almost like they're playing, like, I would say manhunter, tag, or whatever it is. Hide and seek.
Now upstairs.
They're fairly happy.
Here, 2 kids running back and forth upstairs.
Right. Carmen was just saying that in the quarters above the restaurant that is here, that's their personal quarters up there for the owners, and they said that they were having children. They could hear children laughing and running back and forth up in the quarters all the time.
Yep.
So, and unfortunately we can't get there, but that's pretty cool. That kind of validates that whole entire story.
Because they moved their grandkids out of that area because there was too much activity.
Too much noise. Yeah.
Too much noise, too much activity for them. It was disturbing their grandchildren, like sleeping and stuff like that. They were staying up all night drinking energy drinks because of so much activity in that area.
Oh, they see them, by the way. They see a lot of things there.
Yeah, they do. They do.
Yeah, no, they definitely do, and they're more than happy that they're not allowed to do certain things.
Right. Well, the owners are both police officers from California, so they're I would call them skeptics in the beginning until they bought the building, and then everything, all their thoughts changed after that.
I think it's also used. It's a wedding.
Yeah, for weddings, definitely.
They also set it up in October to do Halloween stuff also.
Yeah, they have a haunted house here too.
So that amplifies, that amplifies your activity on top of it.
Yep. Yeah. So, But anyway, I'm gonna get some of these ladies moving, and it was nice to talk to everybody.
Yes, get moving, get warm.
Oh, it's warm.
It's nice and warm in here. This is a warm place.
I'm gonna take everybody out and get them cold now.
Well, yeah. And I think I'd prefer to be in the cold doing a haunting, ghost hunting investigation.
Not me. Oh,
Yeah.
cats going off here.
It's just so
You see that?
What's going on?
Okay, we got
Gotta
Chris.
all go
Go to
back.
camera 7 for Krista. Camera. What do we have going off here?
If you're a male, do that again. Can you move that ball again? We have the cat ball sitting on the table.
Go ahead and black out the screen.
And it was just going off. So kind of weird.
Okay, Paranormal Paul just cut the.
Behind the gentleman in that last, where they where Paul cut it off, there is a shadow person. If they go in that door again, it keeps peeking in and out. And I have a feeling where you are, Krista.
Yeah, I was just going to ask you, what do you got over there?
Well, I think you got a couple of kids playing around too.
Okay.
And when you caught them, they kind of froze.
Yeah.
Like when you yell at your kids, it's like, they
Yeah.
caught us, So
Yeah, I just seen it,
back.
like moving out the corner of my eye. So, it was hard to. It just caught me off guard, because we just had it sitting over there. So I'll let you know if it happens.
Those are great toys to have. Great toys to have.
Nobody's over there. Erin's the only other one in here with me, and she's sitting right here next to me. And this is a wooden floor. It's not like like it's moving. We're both sitting, so nobody else is up here. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, if you put powder down, don't do it because it's a mess to clean up. But if you were to able to, you get little prints in there.
Yeah.
I see that Paul stepped away, so I don't know what he's going off.
All of a sudden, do you feel that?
All of a sudden, it was
right now, like
just dropped.
Yeah, right now, it's like she said, it just dropped. It's
I had
all
to
over
take
us
my
right
hoodie
now
off because I was hot. Now it's like I've got the chills.
Yeah, me too. Interesting. Is that the children?
No, that's another person, big
Okay.
person, and more shadowy figure, but not just upset, nasty kind of guy or whatever it is. That's the shadowy person. It's more stingy.
So Paul's walking over there. That's the area from his view.
Yeah, I'm just kind of like I'm not looking in the camera, but I'm looking outward because it's easier to concentrate.
Can you guys see the K2 going off?
Yeah.
Interesting. So the cat ball that went off, though, is the one on the table, not the one sitting on the couch. That's the one that went off. Very cool. Oh, see, it's going off again. Yeah. There's definitely something up here in this room now with us. And it really, yeah. So Paul's hot over where he is. And he's about 12 feet away from me right now. And it's definitely cooler. I mean, I've got a jacket and long johns on, and it's definitely cooler. He's walking over here now.
Yeah, so whatever's there is underneath. It's kind of like doing the hide and seek under the table, and it's curious about that cat ball, and it's usually some of the cover. The other thing that's darker, a little bit nastier, it's kind of like Old Man Witherspoon in a Scooby-Doo episode. Like I get the words like, "What the hell is this? What the hell are you doing here?" type of thing.
Yeah.
Like so
Gotcha.
A little more stern, but not bad. Like not evil, just a hard ass. Pardon the expression.
Yeah. Yeah, there's nothing, on like a negative side at all in this place. Like there's nothing at all like that. It's all, might be a few grumpies, but nothing, that was never human. Nothing like that.
No, it's totally not. None of that. There's no place in that building. There's just a lot of sorrow because there were certain things done over different time periods. There's the rape word, and there's a lot of whoever was ill there on both sides. There was a lot of emergency type of situations, but the people that worked there were very cordial, and they made them laugh a lot more. So there was a lot more. It's lighter than any hospital I've ever experienced.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This
So
was Civil War, and the battlefield. I mean, like it's literally like battles fought right here. It was a battle of Pilot Knob. If anybody's interested, was the battle that fought right here, and why the hospital. is
well,
here.
that was the running back and forth. Those people running back and forth, they were tending to the wounded.
Right.
They were going back and forth, like getting brags. Go, 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 back and forth. They have no time to, you can't waste time on that. That's what I was getting, back and forth. And I'm going to bank they were all women doing that stuff. There was a doctor in the room when the God helmet was on. There was a guy with like that, I want to say that Civil War type of mustache and like Van Dyke, it was like, hunk if you like dueling type of beard, like almost like Colonel Sanders-ish, but he was definitely like a doctor. He was sleeves rolled up and ready to go.
Right.
I have
a
question for Chris and Brian, but before I do,
thank you, T-Bone.
Thank you, T-Bone. We have 5 new pirates. Thank you so much for T-Bone for that. I appreciate the love and the support of the show and all of us. Thank you, buddy. I have a question, but first, Krista, do you think it would be possible if we could have, does that God helmet have to be charged up? Maybe if Paul wants to take a turn at it? And maybe a little later, if he's up for it.
You up for it?
Try it.
He's up to try. Never done it before.
Oh, that'd be fantastic then. Plus, our chat room was starting to fill up, and I want to, try some. And we had a lot of activity. Brian noticed when, who was it? I'm sorry, that had the, who was it that had the God's helmet on earlier? Carrie. Okay, she had a lot of activity, and Brian picked up on what she did. So I thought that might be interesting to see if Paul gets something different.
Remember, if Paul wears this helmet in September, you got to wear this helmet.
I told you I'd wear the helmet. I will. You guys, my friends will be with me, and you will not lead me astray. I will do it. I will do it. If I don't do it, I'll give you all $50. How's that sound? So, and you heard it live on public television here. So I do.
Already got my free hug shirt on, so I'm ready.
Yeah, there you go. But I had a question though, since while Paul gets ready or whatever, we move on.
Went to the bank building over there.
Do you guys think that in an investigation, not this one, any investigation where you're going through an area where there is sorrow and there's been people that lost their lives during a war like the Civil War, do you guys think that the spirits are kind of, do you think that the reason why they're crotchety is they really don't want you there traversing about, they just maybe just want peace and don't want people searching or looking or investigating? Just a thought that came to my head.
They could, like what Brian said earlier, the guy, was against it. He was very religious at one part of it, So yeah, I could see that.
Yeah. I mean, so you got to understand when they pass away and what's going on. So if you're having a war going on and soldiers are getting killed, they're still at that war. It's like being at Gettysburg. They're still fighting that war, and it's again like be serious. It's my buddy. His leg just came off. They've seen things, so they're not happy you're doing what you're doing, but they don't understand what you're doing. It's like, go away. We got work to do here. Yeah.
So let me ask you guys. I'm trying to paint a picture in my head, and maybe for our audience. Brian, when you were mentioning that they were tending to the wounded and didn't have time really to acknowledge us, or the people investigating, when you speak on that, is that a snapshot in the past that is being reintroduced? That when you see these things or what's happening, do they still think they're in the Civil War?
Yes.
So they're not crossed over. They believe they're still fighting the war.
No. So the way it is, it's an impression. It's an energy source impression. There was so much energy during that time period. I mean, like amazing amounts of energy, and it's like burning it into a piece of tape. Remember the old cassette tapes, right?
Yes.
It's all magnetic, so it's electromagnetic, and that scene runs back and forth. And I don't know if there's some people that are still there. There's some it's just residual. It's like playing a video back and forth over and over, like a GIF, animated GIF, back and forth. They may not be there. Some of them are. Some of them thoroughly enjoyed, like the nurses that I said they were going back and forth the long hallways with the multiple beds. They thoroughly enjoyed helping people, and that's, one person's heaven is another person's hell. So that's how it works. Some people will stay there because they think they have a job to do. They don't realize, a lot of people, when you pass away, if you don't make that express train, like be crossed over by somebody because it was an accident or something immediate. And unfortunately, that happened last Thursday over here by my house. An 8th grader was crushed to death by a tractor trailer. Unfortunately, after school, he's a kid that lived in my neighborhood. And my youngest daughter, my wife, actually witnessed this. So they're going and counseling. I mean, it hits you at the core. I'm concerned because when I go through there now, I may actually see the event over and over and over again. And that's what happens sometimes. But I'm praying, he's physically not there. I'm sure his spirit it was instantaneous at this point. But this is the same thing in a battle. Cool stuff at Gettysburg. I played the Battle Hymn of the Republic by an artist when we were there, and I actually saw in my head soldiers, both blue and gray, peeking up and looking. It was insane, and I have 2 other people that witnessed, what was going on. They're still there. They're still fighting the battle. But I just feel sorry for anybody whose soul is trapped in that misery.
Yeah. There was a question here earlier. Get your opinion of the God's helmet. Brian, what do you think of the God's helmet?
Oh, I think it's a fantastic piece of equipment. It does work because it allows you to kind of like hemisync your brain. It utilizes that, and then you have to understand that, yeah, we have 2 eyes, but the true eye is your third eye. And that taps into the consciousness, and that's how you really transport yourself and connect to the other realms. And so it helps to enhance that. Another way to do this without spending all that money for a God helmet, folks, is to look for the gateway tapes. And the gateway tapes use hemi-syncing, and you'll get into what they call Force 10. And you're going to have an experience. Paul's going to have an experience with the extra. I'm going to BET when he puts that sucker on.
Okay.
He's going to see something like that. So good luck. Say hello
Now,
to
Paul,
ET for us.
I can see.
Now, Paul, really briefly, I did not realize that this is your first time, so don't feel pressured by good old BMR here. I thought you were an expert with this. I thought you always did this. So if this is your first time,
it's all good.
Okay, good. I didn't want you to do something you don't want to.
I want to try it.
Well, you picked the right show to do it on.
I would recommend you breathe a couple of times. Seriously, just like close your eyes into the nose, out through the mouth, just to get yourself prepared, because it can be a little bit of a shocking experience, but it's the coolest thing you're going to do right now for a while. Keep going.
You're in good hands. Trey's down there.
Yeah, he is.
He's got his back.
All right, Paul. Thank you.
Like you don't want to shine it in his eyes. Like shoot it on his chest. There you go. That looks good.
Ha ha, T-Bone.
Brent Thomas joined us. We have Paranormal Paul with the God's Helmet just started.
Hey, Brent.
Howdy, how's everybody doing?
Good. Good to see you.
He's not going to take it off, by the way.
He's not going to want to.
Nope. It's such a cool experience. I can't wait to use it, Rob.
Yeah, I think I'm going to use it in September. I already made up my mind.
It's super cool. Yeah. Yeah, there's something in the room with him right now. It walked into the room.
I see a light.
What did he say, Terry? He sees what?
He's somebody standing over in the corner of the room, and it's just me and Jolene and Paul.
Okay.
Somebody right in front of us, on the other end of the table. Somebody just walked behind me.
He said somebody's back here walking behind us on the edge of behind the table here. We are sitting in the preacher's dining room right now.
So, Paul, can you describe the person?
I just saw motion.
He just saw motion.
Gotcha. So we got some type of tapping going on up here in this room.
Older gentleman, 5 o'clock shadow with like a mustache. Grandfather or ish type of figure sitting opposite you, Paul. And that individual knows who you are, like a family member.
Oh, wow.
Grandpa?
That was my first go-to with a grandpa, but he's sitting there and he's just staring at you. But he's like, he knows you. So that's what I'm feeling, a family member vibe.
That's my mom's dad.
Terry, can you repeat what he says? But it's hard to hear him.
He said it's his mom's dad.
I can't see him too well though.
You're going to see him clearer, but there are other individuals that I'm getting. They're in the room. One moved to your right shoulder area behind you. There's another one just hanging out on your left, and he's just happy to see you right now. He's amazed.
So he's happy to see somebody, a human.
He's happy to see. Yeah, he's happy. No. This is his family. This is someone from Paul's family that's sitting opposite him right now.
Holy cow.
I just got like major chills.
Me too.
And it's like 87 degrees here.
On my left side.
Yeah. Did you feel someone put their hand on your shoulder? Your right shoulder? Or
My
you
right
will?
shoulder, no, my left side.
He said he's picking up a cold chill on his left side.
Yeah. I just got it on my left side. It went right like from my neck down to my scapula area. Yeah.
That
Yeah, you not only have ghosts from the building in there, and they're being held off by these other spirits that are family related.
yeah.
Yeah, this is totally grandfather and freaking ecstatic that he's seeing you. He's amazed at this.
Wow.
This is great vibe. This is like one of those like that I actually feel tears welling up my eyes, like I've missed you so much.
I got tears in my eyes right now.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, Paul, can you actually see his physical form?
I can't see him, but I can feel him.
And you know who this is, Paul? I might have missed
Know
that.
exactly who this is.
He said it was his mother's father.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Nice man. Let me tell you something. This is for some people that have been away, passed on. When you do things that bring you to a level where they are. So like for him, he's seeing Paul right now almost like a hologram. But a better looking hologram, and it kind of in and out, and he's just that's my boy, that's my boy, that's my boy. That's what I'm getting. And he's emotional too. This is a great moment. There's his father or somebody like that on that side is on behind you. That's the one that touched you.
My father?
No. Your grandfather's father. So your great grandfather or somebody along that line, somebody in that area, somebody that's like a great grandfather. That's who's there too. They're blocking out everybody. They have you cordoned off. Like, don't even go near them. Yeah, it's a good thing.
Hence, Brian, that earlier, he's not going to want to take that helmet off.
Yeah, I told you. Yeah, he's not going to want, it's a great way to connect with some loved ones. It really is. And then you could, that's why I asked him to breathe a little bit, get in the moment, because he's going to get visited. Also, there is an extraterrestrial. I see him. And he's observing the whole thing, and he's trying to pick his head in. And you're going to get, I'm almost positive you're going to see him. It's going to be brief, and you're going to be like, holy crap.
On my right side?
See,
I thought I saw something over there.
Yeah, his head's peeking in. So let's set the scene. You're on the left in my image. Grandpa's sitting down. There's another family member to your left or right. And this thing is hovering above, pretty tall. It's about 7 foot tall. It's a tall gray, really angular, like chiseled face. And he's just, kind of like watching what's going on.
So Brian,
great night.
So Brian, really briefly then, with this guide's helmet, despite your location, you can pick up things from all over the universe, right?
Yeah, I can pick up. I'm picking up all of this.
Okay.
It just comes to you. The emotion is a very tough thing to deal with, because it can be good like this is, and it kind of reminds me of my grandfather, which I really do miss. But sometimes the emotions are not good, and I gotta leave. I will leave a place. Again, everybody has these abilities. It's just working them and exercising them, and that's through meditation. And if you get a God's helmet, you can do it as well. Some of them are pricey. Some of them aren't as good as others. This
I'm
one
feeling
seems
really
to be
cold on my left side. My left leg is like ice.
Yep. You know, so I mean, I will tell you, I've been doing this for a while, and every time I still amaze myself. And but there's been a lot of validation to what I've said. And I know that if I was there, I know I'd be having a lot of people or spirits coming and tell them this, tell them that, and I'd be like, okay, I'd have to play telephone with everybody.
So,
And
Brian, you're going to go to the museum with us, aren't you, in September?
if you want me to, I have no problems about it. You know.
Yeah.
Yep. This
Brent
place
Thomas.
is not bad at all.
Hey,
Brent
Brent,
Thomas is going to be there.
You're going to be at a grocery store, right, Brent?
Absolutely. I'm going to be there.
Absolutely. Yeah, of course you're going to be there. Yes, excellent. See, everybody's showing up is going to be at everyone's going to be there participating.
He's getting a clear vision of his grandpa right now.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Wow.
I'm actually very happy for you right now.
If only you guys can see the tears coming down my face right now.
Yeah, I get it. If you can, yeah, I get it. I'm feeling the emotion right now.
Fabulous. That's awesome, Paul.
I'm very happy for him. They're all happy. I mean, his grandfather is just like, I don't know how this is happening. I don't care. My boy, you know. They're all happy. I'm telling you, there's another family. I'm thinking it's a male figure, and he's happy. It's a great moment. I mean, you couldn't ask for a better experience in a haunted facility than, yeah. I think you also have them as your protectors most of the time too now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
They wouldn't
Brian,
let hurt me.
do you mind if I ask you a question?
Nope. I have no problems with it.
So, with a tool, I'm sorry if I'm okay. I'm getting a little laggy, so I apologize if I break up. But with tools like this, are they more effective in haunted locations due to the spiritual energy there, or does it matter?
It doesn't matter. What's happening is it's taking all the BS around you, getting rid of it, and through lights. It's basically electromagnetic. It's frequency, vibration, resonance, and believe it or not, the lights help with it. And there's an energy field, and it vibrates your. It helps you to open up your eye, and you get to vibrate at a higher level. So you technically are physically
Hey, you
there.
guys, Paul's picking up on that gray standing in the corner, so he's gonna be like tiny.
No way. Are you kidding me?
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's 4 for 4, Krista.
Yep.
So you raise your vibration raises, and that's your consciousness, and you able to. You're not physically doing it well, like you would see, but your mind gets raised to a higher level, and you exist in a plane where a lot of these beings exist. So that can be done here. It can be done at any place. A cemetery. Please don't wear it while you're driving. It would. I will tell you, it would be very interesting to do it on a plane ride, because you'd be surprised what you see around you. Which I've never done it. I don't need the God helmet. I put it on, and I put other things on the SE method, Estes method, and all that stuff. I prefer to spend my money on guitars or guns. So, but it is a fun toy.
Yeah.
And Paul, you're gonna have an interesting night's sleep tonight. Just so you know.
So
Gotta
Paul,
get Krista down there to do it.
Yeah, that sounds great. Paul, with that alien presence, do you have a vibe from it? Are you getting a vibe from it? Like, is it
not at all
benevolent, malevolent, or indifferent?
Not at all.
Yeah, he said he's not getting anything from
Looks
it.
like he's watching. And he's not there now.
So, question: when Greg Ogles did that, and he saw the alien, he thought that he had traveled to its realm. Do you feel like here, or are you there, Paul?
Oh, I'm here. It's definitely in our realm.
Gotcha.
So think of it like this. Think of it being in a room, you're physically there, and you have a window or a slide, right? And you can slide it, and then next thing you know, you see everything. That's what it's like. You're peeking in, but you're using your eyes do come into focus because everything you process, hearing, sight, sound, taste, it's done in your brain. Your consciousness does it.
Yeah.
That's why the faster than the speed of light, there is something. It's called your thought and your consciousness. And this is why this type of stuff is being now used in self-autonomous drones and flying. You know, yeah.
Okay, so
Some of-
Paul's out of the helmet.
Yeah.
Paul, you want to talk about it?
I think you need to.
Yeah, let him give him a minute, Chris.
Yeah. He just had a family
I'm kidding.
reunion.
Yeah, jeez, oh, peace.
Yeah.
Paul, man, hearts out to you, brother.
Mm-hmm.
In a good way, of course. This seems to be was emotionally a happy experience.
Thank you, T-Bone.
T-Bone. T-Bone, you rock. T-Bone.
T-Bone is awesome.
That's awesome,
T-Bone.
T-Bone.
I
Yes,
just want to
T-Bone.
tell you, T-Bone spread some love on Paranormal Paul's show, on my show, and now your show. I mean, this guy gives love everywhere he goes. Wow.
Yeah, he's a great person. I love T-Bone. Thank you,
Yep.
T-Bone. Thank you, Brent, for
That's
that
awesome.
as well, for recognizing him. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Paul, you good? Are you okay?
I'm fine.
Okay.
Just emotional.
Oh, now wait a minute. I didn't read that. He gifted 10 memberships. That is fantastic. Thank you ever so much. Regardless of the amount, but thank you ever so much, man.
You're there. Have you ever had others that have passed ones were in that?
Did you say that again?
I was asking Terry if she has seen other people see their past loved ones in the helmet.
Yeah, actually, what was her name that worked at Cashmore that died?
Oh my gosh.
The caretaker, Hannah.
Thank
The
you.
Hannah that used to be the caretaker of Ashmore Estates, she wanted to wear it one day, and I gave it to her when we were up there, and she just like ran out of the building crying and just shoved it at me, and I'm like, oh, okay. And she went over to her house, and she come back a couple hours later, and she's like, I'm sorry, but she had a grandmother that passed that year, and I think it was her aunt, and they came to her while she was at Ashmore Estates.
Wow. Fantastic. Thanks.
I want to point it out to Paul. Paul, just so you know, you do have helmet hair now. You have helmet.
Yeah. Funny.
And briefly, quick shout out to Keith for an awesome super chat. And is there, you guys are, it's all rant. And then we got Mr. Castro, 5 more pirates. What a great way to, what a great show. I love all you guys. Thank you for the support of Paul and all of us. And you guys are very appreciated. Not expected, but I'm very grateful each and every time you throw out a donation for your hard-earned money. Thank you.
Yep.
Sure.
So what about the other activity been going on? I just joined the stream. Has there been a lot of activity in the location itself?
Yeah, actually, Paul and I in a different building, we seen some shadows in a window, and we thought it was our friends over there. And so we walked in there. They weren't on that floor; they were in downstairs. So that was kind of cool. There was nobody else in the building except for Terry and Jolene. So Paul and I seen that, and then here in this room, we've just had a cat ball go off, and then her K2 also, and then it got real cold and it got hot in here. So. That's my personal experiences tonight.
Cool.
It's the first time I've ever ghost hunted this place.
So the room you're in, Paul, there's a huge energy field around, like that protectiveness. So when you see things, you're going to see them on the perimeter. They can't. It's like it's slowly dissipating. It's like, fading away, but they're going to be on the perimeter when you see things. There are people there. They're like, what's this? What the hell is this? And they don't know what they're seeing, because they see you, and like you guys are right now in like almost a bubble. And because there was the family members were like, back the hell off, and they created a bubble around you. So now that's slowly dissipating, and it's bluish. Yeah. It's the weirdest thing when you see these things, and when I'm telling you, it's,
I bet.
Yeah. I mean, this is better than any acid I've ever taken in my life. So, yeah.
I mean, actually, the coming up here on the drive up here, I was praying to my grandparents and my parents to make sure that they protect me.
Tonight. Oh, they are.
Oh yeah.
They're all going to go into where Krista is right now, because they got to wait till the energy. Your room's going to get very crowded in a minute.
Well, we just in here living.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just had. Yeah. Yeah, there's 3 living extra that walked in here. So Brian,
yes,
where would
ma'am.
you suggest we go to next?
I'm trying to figure that out right now. Brandy's actually having activity right now.
Brandy's right here.
No. Do you have something in the base? Is somebody downstairs? Because there's something going on downstairs.
So Terry is down there, and Jolene.
No, they're all right here with me.
No, I'm telling you. Well, I don't know. I mean, I'm just looking. There's some activity downstairs, but
And there's a basement here.
Yes, absolutely.
So there's a basement there's a basement where we're at right now.
Yeah, I would recommend, if you're facing that front facade, and on the right is where at the other end of that building is the church, I'd hit the left side. That area right there. Yeah.
The auditorium, possibly.
So we're on the left side right now of the building.
Yeah, you're going to get the most activity. Yeah, you're going to get the most activity on that left side. There's not as much on the right.
So the right side was the gym, where the green bathroom was.
Yep.
So this would be the building to be in. Right.
If I was investigating, I know I would be concentrating on that. Yeah, that side. The left. Well, I'm looking at it from if this is the U, it would be this side. You understand? So I'm looking at it where the one building's here, the other building's on this side, and the church is on this side. It's going to be all over here.
All right. Well, we'll walk over there.
Yeah.
So, gotta wait for somebody here, but yeah, we'll walk over there. I'm gonna turn my camera off, but I'll leave the mic on.
Right. I gotta thank everybody for coming on in. If you're getting in late, there's been a lot of it's been sporadic throughout the show. It's been a fantastic show. We've had 2 God helmet into 2 people wore the God's helmet. Reported activity. There's been some activity in the house, and this is in Missouri, the Arcadia Valley Academy. It's a Civil War. Well, it's from the Civil War. Now what is it today? It's just it's an old abandoned. It's not abandoned now. Is this open to the public, Paul?
Yeah, it's a bed and breakfast, and they also use this for wedding receptions as well.
Okay.
Yeah. And quite honestly, it's a really cool place to have a wedding reception. I mean, the owners say they don't want any, demons, and they don't want to advertise it as a haunted wedding reception place. But wouldn't it be kind of cool to have a haunted reception place?
Oh, it would be probably. I definitely would buy my tickets for that one.
There are still a couple of kids that go around and they take things in the bed and breakfast end of it. People they look, their wallet or whatever they would put down. They play hide and seek with their stuff, and they'll move it from like the one area to a bathroom or some other place. Like, I didn't put it over there. People don't realize it though that it's haunted. So yeah, there's a lot of positive vibes on this place. There's some sorrow because of the casualties and people that were sick, but I'm not getting anything negative, which really is a surprise in a building that old and devastated at one point.
So, Paul, where are you at?
We're in the priest's home.
So you're not even in the same building I was?
No. So
okay, well,
if you go out of the door, make a left, and then go between the two buildings, there's going to be a green Jeep back in front of the door that we're at.
okay. I was waiting on Kathy and Aaron, so.
Okay.
Well, that would explain the that priest that was not happy that it's sacrilegious type of thing.
Yeah.
You're in there. If you're in their quarters, that's kind of like, this is my space. Yeah, but they don't have the juice anymore. So, but they're just not nice. And unfortunately, I have to jet because everything's dying on me, like battery wise. So and my dog already crapped on my kitchen floor. Thank God I got him a puppy this Christmas. So, but thank you very much for letting me come in and comment. And you guys can have a great night.
Yeah, thanks, Brian. Appreciate your commentary.
Brian. You got it.
Thanks, Brian, for your commentary and insight. And go check out Brian's channel. What's it called, Brian? Sir Brian Bowden? You're on mute.
Yeah, I had to turn off the mute. It's called Third Eye Live, and we're Wednesdays, 8 to 9 p.m. minimum. And we have Jimmy Blue on, he does a live review of Jimi Hendrix, and he's also doing Al Green. So this guy's it's going to be fun and some good music.
Awesome. Talk to you soon,
Peace.
Brian.
You got it. Bye, everybody.
Thanks, Brian.
You got it. Bye.
Hey, Rob, I think I'm gonna ditch out myself.
We're getting close to the end. I'm gonna see what I'm gonna wait for Krista, see if they're to do any more investigating. So I'm gonna hang on until
I'm working my way over there now. I'm working my way over there.
Very good. I'm gonna stay alive for the girls.
Okay.
Brent, I do appreciate you. Brent, I know you have to go. It's fine. I do appreciate you popping in really briefly. Everyone subscribe to Brent Thomas, the Paranormal Portal. He's on 3 days a week. He's also joins me in text twice a month, usually on my show in the daytime. And he's also he's all around. And he's got a great podcast. Brent Thomas. Gosh, I'm so busy today. I forgot your name of your show, Paranormal Portal. Sorry, Brent.
It's all right, guys. You have a great night, Paul.
All right.
Thanks for sharing that.
See you, Brent.
See you,
Thanks,
Brent.
buddy.
All right,
Yeah,
buddy.
see you
Thank
guys. My love to
Bye-bye.
everybody. We'll see you guys.
Yeah, bye.
Wow.
Oh, wow. Yeah, indeed. Wow. Look at my big ass face. Okay, there we go.
I certainly didn't expect anything like this to happen. I mean,
Yeah, why don't you walk us through it just a little bit while Krista gets all set up? I mean, I know you kind of briefly did. I mean, you were experiencing true tears and love right there.
Oh yeah. I mean, he died when I was in college, and I used to do a radio show back then, and he was in a nursing home at the time, and he would always have it on, or my mom would record it, and he would just get so excited to hear it and to not really to see it because it was radio, but I can totally. I never saw him too clearly tonight, but the way Brian described it, that was definitely him. And I felt his presence there, and I think I felt my dad's presence here tonight too, like right next to me. And, you know, he said that I didn't feel it, but he said he put his arm or put his hand on my shoulder. That's something that my dad would have done. And certainly I know my grandma would never let anything hurt me. I know my dad would never let anything hurt me. And the mere fact that driving here today, I prayed to them and then to Jesus and everybody to, you know, protect me tonight and don't let anything harm me or come home with me. And to hear what Brian said, you know, that's just validation for me that I know they're here and I know that they're protecting me. And, you know, it was pretty darn emotional for me.
Yeah, we could feel that. I think we all kind of felt that without even being an empath or having any abilities, you know. And I'm glad that Brian was able to pick that out. And so I feel better. I felt bad for like I said, Paul, I did not know you ever wore the God's helmet. And you're like,
It's
well, I'll
something
try
that
it.
You know, I appreciate you having me do it and kind of pushing me to do it because I've wanted to do it.
Okay.
I just wasn't sure what would happen when I did it, and then to have that happen, I mean, holy cow!
But you know what? That was totally unexpected. 1 hour ago, you did not expect to have the experience you had, and now you can take a breath. Now you're grateful.
Yeah.
So good old BMR is going to wear the God's helmet in September. That's right.
And I just hope you have the same kind of reaction that I had. I mean,
hey man, you know what?
It's
We
pretty
won't
freaking
know.
awesome.
We won't know until upcoming in the fall.
Yeah.
Watch, I'll probably get some demon attack me.
There's no demons at the museum.
Oh, well, then better off yet. But then again, an alien showed up tonight for Paul as well, so we never know where we may venture. And you know how my mind works, Krista.
And that was really bizarre because I could kind of see him a little bit at least his head up in the corner up here to my right, and it was about the height of it was above the door, so I would say that's a good 8 feet tall.
Yeah, that's pretty cool though that you had that alien encounter too, you know.
Yeah, but hey, I would trade that any day to see my grandpa again. So, that works.
So, Krista, are you busy? I'm gonna ask you a question.
I'm here. Go ahead. I'm listening.
As I kind of said to Brian then. So it really, when you wear the God's helmet, it doesn't matter if you're in a haunted location. You could be in your own home, a park, in your car, and whatever energy and frequency is transmitted your way, it doesn't really have to be in a haunted location, right? Or is it better? Or it doesn't, like I said, I could be sitting in my basement.
I mean, I would think Terry would be the one to answer that. Did you hear Rob's question about the God's helmet? I'm going to give Terry my phone. Ask her.
Okay.
She owns it.
Hi, Terry. How you doing? Good to see you. I have a question for you regarding the God's helmet. So, and like Paul had a lot of different experiences, like an alien and a relative and everything else. And earlier we've seen some experiences. So does it really matter where you wear the God's helmet? You don't have to be in a haunted location. I could be in my car, my basement. I could be at the park. There's a frequency level higher at a haunted place, or it doesn't really matter, does it?
I don't think it matters. I think what the God helmet does to that third eye is what opens up your consciousness and kind of like opens up everything that you see. So, I mean, I've worn it at home before and my house is not haunted. Well, I don't think so. But yeah, I've seen some weird stuff just wearing it at home when I first got it.
Okay.
So my goal is, since everybody's seeing these ETs, I'm a big UFO buff. So I kind of like want to like take it out somewhere and go strictly to like an open field and see if I can connect with aliens. So that's what I'm headed for sometime when the weather breaks.
Well, you know what, Terry? Do you know that the last time we did this on my show, or it might have been the Blonde show, I don't recall, Greg Ogles also experienced an alien in when he wore the God's helmet.
Yeah, and then a friend of mine saw one at Ashmore Estates while they were wearing the God's helmet.
Oh, wow. So maybe the God's helmet brings out everything and anything, including the aliens.
Well, the one thing, and I know I've mentioned it before, I don't know how many of the followers know Frank Sumption, but he built the original first Frank's box, which is what we use to communicate with spirits. He built that to communicate with aliens, not ghosts.
Oh,
Wow.
now the
His
story
idea
unfolds.
yeah, we kind of stole his idea and we're using it for the paranormal, but his original purpose was to contact aliens.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Well, thank you.
You're
Good to see
welcome.
you. Good to see
Good.
you once again. I'll see you in September.
I will see you. Okay, I can't wait.
All right.
Bye.
And we'll probably see her before September.
Yeah, probably. Like, that's a long way off. I want to see y'all before September. Let's make a plan. Really quickly though, I like to do this because before I get too lost, I want to thank Aaron's, a new pirate. Thanks, Aaron's. T-Bone gifted 5 pirates earlier. Josh Castro, a member for 8 months. Amy, $10 in the super chat. T-Bone, 10 more pirates. 15 new pirates today. Arr! And of course, my buddy Keith, who was on last Tuesday with me and Krista. If you did not see the show with Keith last Tuesday, it's already got well over 1,000 views.
You
It
want me
was
to
a
bring it
great
up with
show.
you?
It was a great show. Thank you, Keith. Thanks everybody for coming on in. Hit that like button. Subscribe if you're new to Bigfoot Rob, the Blondes and the Boos Paranormal Podcast, Paranormal Paul, Texas Front Porch, our Paranormal Rule with Monica Rollins. Donnie Cho says stuff. I'm always forgetting somebody. Oh, it's always Brandi and Randy's deal. Trutherton. Very good. All right. Had to
Well, I'm
rattle
in
that off right quick.
I don't know what room I'm in. It's a pretty room, but it's kind of wonky feeling. There's definitely something in here with me.
Oh, there
I'm in
is.
here by myself. I have no idea. No idea. I moved in here because of the noise out in the hall, and yeah, it's definitely something in here with me.
Wow.
Now you're getting that feeling, Krista, just from your inner soul, your inner energy, the energy,
So you feel like you feel like you said, energy, kind of like a tingle. Like I don't know. That's how I feel it. Like you definitely like the hair stands up on you.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the feeling I get when something's around. And there's definitely something in here hanging out, just like listening.
And I've learned that from you gals too. I must admit, well before I didn't think anything about energy and frequency until you guys, I started becoming friends with you guys, and there's a lot to this energy and frequency, and it's not even just with the paranormal; it's with the cryptids and anything.
Yep,
anything.
absolutely. Absolutely.
I think everybody should focus more on their energy levels and their frequencies, their vibration.
Yep. Absolutely. It's pretty crazy location. I can definitely say that. It's been interesting. For sure.
Crazy in a good way. It doesn't feel anything
Yeah,
negative
no,
at all.
nothing at all negative here.
No.
You might have your normal grumpies, but to me, that's not negative. That's just somebody in a bad mood,
Yeah.
That's my thoughts on that. No D words here or anything like that.
No, not at all. Not at all.
So yeah, it's been quite a evening so far, and we still got hours to go. So
yeah, a couple hours, at least 3 hours ago, 2 hours ago, maybe.
Yeah. Yep.
So, yep.
Fun.
And my phone's about dead.
Your phone's about dead, huh?
Yeah, I think it was on 80-something% when I came on here, and now I think we're down to under 20.
I was at 92 and I'm at 46% right now. So,
wow.
I mean, it hasn't like sucked mine down like yours has.
Yeah.
So we'll stay on here and chit chat till BMR comes back.
Yeah.
So,
but
yeah.
We'll charge our phones up tonight. Make sure you have your notification bells on.
Yeah.
One of us might be going on later on tonight. So.
Yeah, I had to do something right quick. We're coming up on the 2-hour mark, Kristen and Paranormal Paul. If you want me to cut
it. Did BMR just freeze?
No.
Am I here? Can you hear me now?
He's fine. He didn't freeze.
Oh, see, on my side, he just froze. Okay.
Am I good now? You're good now?
You're good now. Yeah, I lost
What
you.
you guys want to do is you guys want to cut it now? We're almost on 2 hours. You guys got other things you'd like to do, I imagine. And
My battery's about dead on my phone, so I'm gonna have to.
yeah, you're gonna be heading out. And Krista, you've got the rest of your evening to spend there. I don't want you to keep all tied up on the show. And you are you're kind of getting frozen on me as well a little bit.
Yeah.
So we it's been a 2-hour show. It's been a fantastic show. This has been a great experience. If you're just coming on in, sorry guys, you gotta watch the replay because it was a great show. There was a lot of hit and miss activity with Paul and the other young lady that had I forgot her name already. The guy we had 2 guys helmet experiences, Terry, and we had some other Brian Bowden brought us felt some vibes and told us what he was seeing over there.
And, he really nailed some things, I gotta say.
He nailed some things. So Brian Bowden, he is totally legitimate, man. He was spot on, validated everything that was going on tonight, which is totally awesome, especially when it's on a live show. The validation, we're not full of bunk. This is what we do. And that's why y'all tune in, because y'all trust us and love us. So thanks to everybody for coming on in. It's Saturday night, Sunday morning. I don't know what people have going on tomorrow. Krista, if you go live, I'll be up. I'll have my phone on in case you're walking around over there.
Cool.
So thanks to everybody. I already mentioned everybody for the super chats, the love, the support. Subscribe if you're new. Hit the like button on your way out. And with that being said, I'm BMR, and for Krista, and for Paranormal Paul, we are out. I had to stretch that for this later.
This is the future. Evolution. This is the future.